What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wager Zone Podcast, and we are back for another MMA breakdown. This is UFC Fight Night, Shanghai, Zhang versus Walker, guys. This is going to be a banger of a main event. Someone's going to get knocked out, guys, and I'll let you guys know who I believe gets knocked out in the main event breakdown. But before I get into this breakdown, the whole entire card, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the page, come back every single day, guys, and let's cash out for UFC Shanghai. Getting this video out a little bit later than I wanted to, so hopefully you guys get this video. The fights start at midnight tonight Pacific time, so it's going to be an early card. If you guys are going to be awake with me watching this card, I'll be doing a live watch along for this as well, so stay tuned for that, guys. I will be watching this whole entire card in the live watch along, so if you guys want to stay awake, watch this event with me and let's cash out. First fight of the night, guys, in the light heavyweight division, Yuran Salibayev taking on Dr. Nergoze. This one, guys, I'm taking DR. I'm not the most confident in this one. This is kind of a fight I want to stay away from, but I think DR, a lot of people are disrespecting him at this moment. Just because he lost to Brandon Ribeiro in his debut, I feel like a lot of people are kind of just like, not banking on him as much anymore, but I just think he's eventually going to catch Yuran Salibayev. I just think he has a way better striking overall. I think if he catches Salibayev on his chin, he's going to hurt him. Yuran doesn't have the best chin from what I've seen, and it seems like a guy that hits such a powerful like DR does. I think eventually he will crack that chin. So for this fight, guys, first fight of the night, give me DR Nergoze as the underdog to win this fight. Alright, guys, next fight, Zhao Long taking on Su Yong Yu. This one, guys, I switched my pick. All week I was on Su Yong Yu, but now I'm actually taking Long. I've seen Long. I watched a little bit more tape. I do believe he's going to eventually just stop these takedowns, keep this fight standing up, and probably win this fight by decision, just with the more of an onslaught of shots. I think Su Yong Yu's only way of winning this fight is getting the takedowns, and that's what I thought originally he would be able to do. But now, like I said, watching more tape, I think Zhao Long's going to be able to stop a lot of those takedowns, keep this fight standing up, and pick him apart from the outside. So now for this fight, guys, give me Zhao Long, and I think he does it by decision. Alright, guys, next fight's the biggest favorite on the whole entire card. It's going to be Yizha taking on Weston Wilson. This one, guys, I'm taking Yizha, guys. I think he's just going to eventually knock out Weston Wilson. I think Weston Wilson doesn't deserve to be in the UFC. I don't think he has a skill set to be here. I think he's got in just kind of by luck, honestly. And now I believe after he loses this fight, he's going to be dropped from the UFC. I think the best way to attack in this one's the under 1.5 because Yizha's such a giant favorite, but I do believe he gets this fight done within a 1.5 rounds and knocking out Weston Wilson. Or, guys, maybe Weston Wilson pulls one of these crazy submissions out and submits him within a round and a half, but under 1.5 is probably the way of attacking this one. The pick's going to be Yizha, and I think he does it by knockout in that first round. Alright, guys, next fight, Michelle Pereira taking on Cal Dawkins. This one seems like a trap, but I'm going with Michelle Pereira. I think Michelle Pereira is eventually going to win this fight by knockout in those later rounds. If he just stays patient like he usually does and then ends up knocking them out, I think that's going to be perfect for him. Well, from what I've seen in his last fight, that's the reason why I think it's kind of a trap, because Michelle Pereira in his last fight just didn't do anything. He could have won that fight, just stood there and did nothing at all. And Cal Dawkins is going to be coming out here very hungry to win this fight because he doesn't want to be dropped from the roster. He's going to be trying to shoot these takedowns. But I do believe Michelle Pereira is going to stop those takedowns just because how strong he is and eventually land that kill shot. Maybe he comes out here and goes wild like he usually does. Maybe he gets back to his normal ways. But I think as long as he stays patient and doesn't go too wild, he won't get taken down and he'll eventually land that kill shot and knock out Cal Dawkins. So for this fight, guys, give me Michelle Pereira. I think he does it by knockout. Alright, guys, next fight, Rong Zhu taking on Austin Hubbard, and I'm taking Rong Zhu, guys. He's one of my confident picks of the whole entire weekend. I think he comes in here and gets this done pretty easily. I think Austin Hubbard in this one's takedown are a bust, but I don't think he's going to be able to take down Rong Zhu. I've seen Rong Zhu fight against Cody Steele in his last fight, stopped all of Cody Steele's takedowns, pieced up Cody Steele, made Cody Steele look really bad, even though Cody Steele is actually a really good prospect, and he's a really good fighter. Now, I just feel like this is a bigger step down in competition for Rong Zhu. He just beat a guy in Cody Steele that I believe is a lot better than Austin Hubbard, and now in this one, he's going to be able to stop those takedowns and end up picking apart Austin Hubbard, getting this fight done by knockout in those later rounds after Austin Hubbard gets tired, or getting a decision victory by honestly a landslide in my opinion. So for this one, guys, one of my confident picks, give me Rong Zhu, and I think he's probably going to do it by knockout or decision. Alright, guys, next fight, Charles Johnson taking on Loner Kavanaugh. This one, guys, this one seems like a trap too, but I've been banking on Loner Kavanaugh since he was in the Cage Warriors. I like this kid a lot. I think he kind of reminds me of that Ilya Topuria type of style, Joshua Van type of boxing. I think this kid is legit. He's getting better every single fight. Last fight, he was actually losing on the feet to Felipe Santos, which is kind of scary, but he ended up winning that fight just by getting the takedowns. He went to what he knew he could win the fight with. And this one, I just feel like he's going to win this fight again. I think a lot of people are on Charles Johnson. If you guys are on Charles Johnson, Johnson, I don't blame you, but I'm a big fan of Loner Kavanaugh. I think this kid's legit. I think he's gonna do whatever it takes to win this fight. I think he honestly could catch Charles Johnson, hurting Charles Johnson, and maybe hurting him enough to knock him out. But if not, guys, I think it's gonna be a very close fight, go to decision victory, and then I think Loner Kavanaugh probably wins this by decision, most likely, probably in a close fight. But for this fight, guys, like I said, give me Loner Kavanaugh to win this fight by decision. Alright guys, this is my Cash App tag. Just a quick break in the action before I finish this breakdown. If you guys want to leave me a tip, this is my Cash App tag right here. Money sign wager zone. Help me buy a coffee. Keep me awake too. Do all this research I do for you guys. I pretty much do a lot of research all day, and I really appreciate any tips. They are not required, but they are really appreciated. It will also help me add more things to my video. I want to start putting videos, different things, different backgrounds for myself, working a lot of different things. So I would really appreciate anything that you guys would like to send me. Like I said, they're not required. They're very appreciated. And all right guys, the link to this Cash App will be in the description of this video, so check that out. And like I said, they are appreciated, not required. So now back to the action. Alright guys, next fight, Mahashat taking on Gage Young. This one I'm taking Gage Young. I've seen the price tag switch on this one. I thought Gage Young was at plus money earlier in the week, and then I went back to it. Now Gage Young is actually the favorite. I'm very surprised in that. I thought a lot of people would be banking in on Mahashat, but it seems like a lot of people are seeing what I'm seeing and putting some money on Gage Young. I just believe in Gage Young. I think this guy's just a better fighter than Mahashat. I think this is going to be a very close fight, but I think Gage Young pulls it off. I don't have really much else to say about this fight, but besides, it's going to be very close. Both these guys are going to be landing hard strikes. Both these guys might shoot a takedown themselves, but I just think Gage Young is going to do a little bit more to get that decision victory. So for this fight, not confident in it, but I just believe in this kid. So give me Gage Young to win this fight, probably by decision. Alright guys, next fight, bear with me to try to pronounce this name. It's going to be Talaleg Nuraji taking on Kiefer Crosby. I'm taking Nuraji, guys. I think Nuraji is going to come in here and either win this fight by submission or knockout. I think he gets the finish. Kiefer Crosby, honestly, like, he has good boxing, but besides that, this guy doesn't have the skills to be in the UFC. And if Nuraji loses this fight, he ain't going to be in the UFC for very long either. But I believe they're giving him a layup on this one. Kiefer Crosby was the bodyguard for Conor McGregor a while ago. I don't know if he still is, but he used to be the bodyguard of Conor McGregor and walk around with Conor all the time. Now it seems like UFC just gave him a shot because he was getting some knockouts, but his grappling is not there. I think Nuraji honestly might have a little bit better striking from the outside, not in the boxing, inside the pocket boxing, but just from the outside, moving around, throwing some kicks. I think he's an overall better striker. But also Nuraji, if he gets his fight to the floor, Kiefer Crosby, he is a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, but I don't see it. This guy gets taken down, and honestly, people can do whatever they want with him on the floor. So I think the best way to victory from Nuraji is getting this fight to the floor and end up submitting him. But either way, I'm taking Nuraji. I think he gets his fight done. I think he's going to do it by finish, either by knockout or submission. Alright guys, next fight, Sumadarji taking on Kevin Borjas. This one, guys, I'm taking Kevin Borjas. I think he's going to get this fight done as the underdog. I think this is going to be a striking masterpiece between both these guys. Just going here, landing strikes, showing some jabs, landing those 1-2s. But I believe Kevin Borjas is just going to land the harder strikes, and I think he has a chance of putting away Sumadarji. Sumadarji is going to be the long fighter that's going to be trying to fight from the outside, landing those sniper right hands. But I think Kevin Borjas, first of all, he has a chin. I don't think he gets knocked out. And I do believe Sumadarji is going to be very surprised that he's going to have a guy in Kevin Borjas keep moving forward, landing some strikes on him. And I think Borjas is just going to land the harder strikes. The judges are probably going to give it to him if he doesn't get it done by knockout. I think the Kevin Borjas is going to make this a dogfight. And then if it comes to a dogfight, Sumadarji, I don't think he's going to do very well on that. So for this one, give me Kevin Borjas. I'm taking him probably by decision. I think he gets it done by decision. And I'm taking the underdog in this one. Give me Kevin Borjas. Alright guys, next fight, Sergey Pavlovich taking on Waldo Cortez Acosta. I'm taking Sergey Pavlovich, guys, and I want to say he gets it done by knockout, but I feel like a decision prop on Sergey might be a good spot. But I think Sergey wins this fight, either if it's by decision or knockout. If he wants to take down Waldo Cortez Acosta, maybe he could do that, but I honestly believe he can honestly outbox Waldo. Waldo is one of these fighters that's kind of annoying to me, how he just showboats in the ring without really doing anything, and he just puts too much showboating out there. And that's the only reason why I think Sergey Pavlovich by decision might be a good spot, because I think Waldo's going to be moving around a lot. I don't think he's going to stand there and trade with them, because I think he might, even though I don't like the guy, he might be a little too smart to stand there and just trade with Sergey Pavlovich. But I do believe Sergey is going to land the harder shots. I do believe he's going to probably win this fight. If he wants to get a takedown, I think he can do that as well. I didn't think Waldo Cortez Acosta even beat Spivak. So now this is a giant step up from Spivak to Sergey. And I think Sergey lands the harder shots. And I'm just going to go on a limb right here. I think this fight goes to decision. I think Sergey Pavlovich wins by decision. That's the pick. Sergey Pavlovich by decision. All right, guys, next fight, Brian Ortega taking on Aljamain Sterling. This is actually another one I'm very confident in, guys. Give me Aljamain Sterling, mainly because I was confident in him before that, but now the weight cut on Brian Ortega, he looked horrible. This guy was about to go to the hospital because how bad the weight cut was going for him. Now he's fighting, this fight's going to be at lightweight at 155, both weighed in at 153 because Brian Ortega cannot make 145, and I just believe Brian Ortega is not honestly in the right spot to be fighting anymore. I think this guy, like I said, he couldn't even really make weight. He hasn't been looking good recently. I don't know if he cares as much anymore, and I think Aljamain Sterling is going to take this guy down and end up just dominating him from top position. I don't think Aljamain Sterling finishes him because when we see Brian Ortega has a great chin, he honestly has one of the best submission games in the MMA, so I don't think Aljamain is going to be able to submit him. I think it's going to be a lot of top control from Aljamain, being on top, landing some ground and pound, and probably getting decision victory. This is a 5-round fight, guys. Now, it was a 3-round fight, so I think the 5-round fight honestly benefits Aljamain a little bit more, but the only way I'd see Brian Ortega winning this fight is if he throws up some crazy triangle from like T-City triangle and catching Aljamain, but I think Aljamain's too smart for that, training with a lot of great grapplers. So for this fight, guys, give me Aljamain Sterling, one of my confident picks, and I think he does it by decision. All right, guys, now for the main event, Johnny Walker taking on Zhang Ming Yang. This one, guys, I'm taking Ming Yang. I think Ming Yang's going to do it by knockout, and I think he does it, honestly, right away in the first round. I'm a big fan of Johnny Walker. I think this guy has all the skills in the world as a striker, but he has no chin. And if you have no chin equals no win, because you're not going to come out here and honestly win a fight if you can't take a punch. And Zhang Ming Yang has shown to me he can take a punch. This guy has a really big head where, like, he has a cinder block head where this guy gets hit and he just keeps walking forward, kind of like a zombie. And honestly, I don't think Johnny Walker is going to hit him with anything new. I think Zhang Ming Yang is just going to be walking forward and eventually land that death touch on Johnny Walker's chin and knocking out Johnny Walker. Even though I'm a big fan of him, like I said, no chin equals no win. And Zhang Ming Yang is going to knock this guy out most likely in the first round. One of my confident picks. I hate it, but I'm very confident in Ming Yang to getting this fight done by knockout. And all right, guys, that is it for today's video. Like I said in the beginning, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the page, tune into the live watch along. I'll be on tonight at midnight all the way to 7 a.m. with you guys on the Pacific Coast. So let's cash out for this UFC Fight Night Shanghai. I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys next time.